it's safe to say the early season optimism is draining pretty quickly now. We never get beat by West Ham. We never get beat that soundly by West Ham. Certainly not at home. That's 6 goals we've conceded in the last 2 games against them, and that never, ever happens. Disappointing thing about this, we sort of picked up where we left off against Huddersfield. There was no intensity again. The team looked disjointed. The attack wasn't flowing together. It was just nothing like what we've seen in the first few games. It's sort of like the team reverted back to type against Huddersfield and just carried it on against West Ham. I went to see League of Gentlemen last night and at the Echo Arena after the game, and it was dead funny. But one of the funny things about it was because you knew the characters and you kind of knew what was going to happen, and that made it, some of the scenes, a little bit funnier. With Everton, it's kind of like the reverse of that. You know the players, you know what's going to happen, but it's just not funny. You just don't want to see that anymore. We want it to change, and it did change for the first few games, but then again, it's frustrating to see us go back into that slow, pedestrian style of play. We're not closing down again, and West Ham just came, they sat in, but not like Huddersfield. They sat in and they got the extra quality, and they hit us with that, as if Yarmolenko wasn't going to score yesterday, and he went and scored 2. I thought Arnautovic was really good up front for them. He gave Holgate a terrible time. He had his worst game in a long time. Calvert-Lewin out on the left again. Why? Just why play him as a winger? He's a centre forward. Tosin's game's on the wane by the look of it. He's not scoring goals, which was fine while he was linking up well and knitting the play together, but he's not really doing that anymore. I think obviously the common denominator in this is not having Richarlison. You can say we're a one-man team. We may well be, but when you've got a player of that quality, any team is going to miss that, and we're missing that massively now. We can't come back quickly enough. It's Arsenal next, a place where we haven't won since 1996, I think, when Graham Stewart scored and Kanchelskis. But if you look at it, West Ham would have come to Goodison thinking they're not going to get anything. They were rock bottom. They were playing alright in some games apparently, but they just weren't getting the results. But they were rock bottom, and they were coming into the game at Goodison. We're their bogey team, and they beat us 3-1. So hopefully we can go to Arsenal and do the same. We'll have Richarlison back. We may have Mina in defence. He's going to have to come in and be a pretty big player now, because our defence just looks shot to pieces again. I thought the positives from the game, Digne played decent at left back. Going forward, he's very good. I thought Bernard, when he came on, he looked really lively. He's only small, but he doesn't let that affect him. A couple of times he had Yarmolenko off, who was about 3 times the size of him. So he looks a class player, and he looks like he gets stuck in as well. So I think next week, him and Richarlison up front could make a massive difference. But it's the defence. I mean, Pickford's even off his game as well. He was at fault a few times, and for at least 2 of the goals, I think. It was just a really, really bad game again, and we need to pick ourselves up and get ourselves out of this rut. Hopefully, as I say, Richarlison coming back will do that. Bernard having more influence in it. I think Sigurdsson's got to up his game now, because he's been anonymous the last couple of games. It's frustrating again, but as we've said all along, we've just got to be patient. We said we were going to be patient in the summer. We can't suddenly turn around now and say, oh, that's it, no, rip it up, start again, because we keep doing that. And if we do it again, it's going to be like, oh, what, should we just get Sam Allardyce back in, steady the ship? We just need to stick with it now. It might be painful, but we're used to it. We're used to going through pain. That's kind of what we do. But yeah, just try and stay positive. That's all I'm going to try and do. It's going to be difficult next week at Arsenal, because they usually batter us. But just got to hope that it doesn't pan out like last season, and we go at them and we put in a performance like at Wolves, or a performance like at Bournemouth until like they pulled it back round. There's signs to show that we can change the way we play and we can get better. Hopefully we'll do that next week.